Hi, I'm here to do the Hierophant today. I've gotten a job since the last time I did a video, so I'm a little behind and I want to get going on my next card. So again, I'm going to tip my hat to Gypsy Chique because she's the one who got me started studying my cards. And we're going to breeze through these as fast as I can because, again, Gypsy's already laid out the foundation for us as far as what the Hierophant stands for. And we're using 78 Degrees of Wisdom by Rachel Pollack and a few other books that I've been following. We're doing The Ultimate Guide to the Rider-Waite, Tarot Plain and Simple, and the Tarot Dictionary and Compendium, and Best Tarot Practices. Sometimes that has something in it too. Okay, let's get started. Again, it's all based on the Rider-Waite. And obviously here we have a male sitting down with a triple crown. He has a cross. There are two gray pillars. He has cross keys. We have the acolytes, the two bald gentlemen at the bottom. He has the hand gesture, and the keys are the same color. That's what Gypsy used to rate her cards. Okay. The Illuminati, she goes into detail. Obviously, awesome cards. Love this deck. Alright, my Shirley Baker Barnes & Noble special had many of the criteria. Alright, and then this time I went a little further. You know, besides my little study sheet that I told you about, that you can get on, oops, I showed you the wrong side too. I showed you the Emperor side. But you can go on Eclectic Tarot, and what I do is I just double-side it so I can do both cards on one. This time I went and I looked up the ones that had books with them that I've got information on, so I'll throw that in too. This is on my lap. Sorry, I'm not trying to make you guys sick. But I need to get out in the kitchen and do some cleaning, so I don't have a table to use at the moment. Okay, so here we have the Angel Tarot, and this one's called Unity. What I like about this one, besides I just love this whole deck, is if you look, you've got these little bubbles that have different religious symbols in them. So there are 7 of those, I believe. I need to find my angel notes here. Okay. Yeah, there are 7 orbs representing various beliefs. The number reflects being on the right path and being spiritually aware. Above all the orbs is the one true light of heaven on top of the staff. Crossed keys represent conscious and subconscious. You can see his cross keys there. Okay. And then let's do what I have sitting here. We'll do the Gilded is one that Gypsy Chique goes into. There's the Gilded Tarot. Again, you have a male. He's got his hand raised. One is to heaven, the other is to earth, representing spirit and matter, with the Hierophant is the bridge between the two. Okay. And then Shadowscapes is another one that Gypsy goes into. This one's cool because it's a tree. The roots reach deep, entwined around secrets, traditions, and the ages. Okay, and then we need the unicorn deck, and if you've been following along, this one's kind of a plain deck, but here's your Hierophant. Wise spiritual leader, great power of perception, doesn't speak often, so people notice when he does. Steadfast in his beliefs, sticks rigidly to the old traditions and spiritual beliefs, not open to persuasion. Leave it to God. When this card appears, if asking for guidance, learn by your experiences. Okay, and then we have the Mystic Dreamer. This one's cool. Resemblance to High Priestess, he brings the divine wisdom down to earth, connection to divine and otherworldly wisdom. The two ravens, purpose to share the wisdom without being oblique or mysterious. And that's symbolized by the orbs at the base of the pillars. They represent the moon. Hand raised, meaning blessing and come here to learn. Cross behind and next to him represent the subconscious and conscious. Perfect balance of belief with practice. Good omen if you're facing a problem. And what I really liked was the quote they had in the book. Imagine what your life would be like if you lived by what you believed. Love it. Okay, and then we have the Wizard's Tarot. And we have the Professor of Mythology, Chiron. The ancient Greece Hierophants were priests who guided their followers through the sacred rites of the Eleusinian Mysteries, which is the reenactment of the kidnapping of Persephone's kidnapping by Hades and her eventual return. Ritual symbolized annual cycle of death and rebirth and immortality of the soul. Now, if you look on his belt, he's got glyphs. And I'm sorry that this is blurry tonight. It's probably because of the lighting, too. That doesn't help. Okay, so he's got the three glyphs are the Chiron glyph is the first one. Then you have the Hebrew letter of Vav, which equals nail, and the glyph for the astrological sign of Taurus. The white doves equals spirit and inspiration. The swinging doors is the duality between good and bad. Okay, and then we have the Grail, and this one you'll notice is called Melchizedek, for you Grail lovers out there. He looks serious and intent and is about to pour water over the stone, which the Grail seeker kneels on one knee looking towards the stone and priest. Bless the patriarch Abraham, offering bread and wine. Melchizedek is given the title King of Righteousness, King of Peace. Some believe he's the Archangel Michael. In Arthurian myths, the act of pouring water over the green stone precipitates transformative adventure. So, that's cool. And then the Golden Tarot, another deck that I really love. Just the artwork is so pretty. Let's see. You have the papal tiara, staff, and keys. They show him to be a pope, but he's dressed simply, unlike traditional popes. Tradition and structure are necessary at times to create order from chaos. Pretty cool. Archangel Power Tarot, not one of my favorite, but you can see on the bottom of his skirt are different religious symbols, or, well, it's not a skirt, but on the bottom of his robes. No need to be alone. You've got divine guidance, amazing people around you from whom you would gain great strength and support. Basically, walking your talk. Whoops, I dropped all my cards. Alright, and then we have... Oh, I've got another new deck for you. I've got to get off eBay. I'm going nuts on there. This is Hazel Moon's Tarot, and it's a Hawaiian tarot. And the little blue church, let's see. the Koana, an ancient priest who interpreted mysteries or arcane knowledge of Hawaii. The little blue church is located on Kaialuakong, the Big Island, on Ally Drive. So it's a real place. But this is a cool deck. And it was a good price. So, okay, then we have the Art of Life. I like this because it takes artwork to make our tarot decks. And then you have a quote on the bottom here from FDR. Rules are not necessarily sacred, principles are. And the paintings of Pope Leo X with 2 cardinals. Pretty cool. That's the Art of Life tarot. And then we have, I bought the Lord of the Rings tarot because that was another good deal on eBay. Again, gotta get off there. Gypsy has the Hobbit tarot, so I thought maybe the Lord of the Rings might be better. Nope. It's too busy for me. But you have Saruman, the white originally. He was sent to fight Sauron, making a balance of power, but he became obsessed with the ring, so his robes are no longer white. You can see they're colored. In his right hand, he has a palantir he used for scrying, a book of spells open on his pedestal, and he has spears and shields to prep for war. Hand symbols in form of blessing, common in all forms of mysticism, church practices, Masonic, royal, regimental, and Buddhist. You can see his little... I'll figure out how to get it so it's not so... There we go. You have jars that show astrological signs and letters and pentagram. You have the black and white floor that represents the balance of good and evil. Bats equal darkness, suggest man's life essence is being siphoned off by some dark power. Pretty cool. Yeah, Lord of the Rings tarot. And then we have the Liz Dean Color Your Own. This obviously isn't the Color Your Own part, but this is her card deck that's in with the Color Your Own tarot. Again, you see the gray pillars and the cross and hand gesture and the black and white floor. Yeah, this is the Liz Dean one. Then we have Legend, the Arthurian. And here you have Taliesin as the Hierophant, and he's introducing the children to his lady the harp, which is substituted for the keys. Feathers in his hair and necklace strung with tokens of his incarnations attest to his shape-shifting abilities. Taliesin has a close connection with the old ones. Then you have a stream and stone figures that reflect this bond. Pretty cool. And then here's another new one, Celtic Dragon Tarot. This one's kind of pretty. You know, you've got the black and white dragons to represent good and evil. And then we have a white tunic and gold trousers to signify his position as a judge and intermediary. A blue cloak with gold trim represents the spiritual connection with God. Staff with green vine. I'll get closer there, maybe you can see it. Or not. There we go. Maybe if I hold it at an angle, it'll work better. It shows his ability to draw upon astral and spiritual knowledge. He directs his knowledge through the crystal by his will in the right hand. And then you have a tiny dark gray dragon. That's his companion. It's on top of his staff. Pretty cool. That's the Celtic dragon. And then we have this card. And you have 2 acolytes, 2 different people down here, 1 in each corner. This is the Amy... Is it Amy Zerner? Yes, Amy Zerner Tarot. And here we have Chiron again in the Mystic Tarot, standing between the door, bridging the mysteries of conscious, subconscious. Okay. And then we have the princesses. Is it the princess? The Tarot of the Princesses. It's another, it was a used deck that I found. And this one's a woman. Obviously it's a princess. She is sitting, but she's holding the Bible. Got a little one in front of her. That's the Tarot of the Princesses. And then Tarot of the Moon Garden. And this one kind of looks like a woman too. I'm not sure. But she's got the triple crown and her staff, and she's between two pillars. She's got the cross keys. I don't know. This is a kind of a pretty deck. I like it. The Tarot of the Moon Garden. Or Tarot of a Moon Garden. Alright. Well, that's the quick example. Oh, you're going to have to excuse the bad hair day. I had to mow today. But like I said, I wanted to get this done so I can get moving on to the next card. I will catch you guys later. Have a good night.